Donald Tusk has been sworn in as Poland's new prime minister this morning, ending 8 years of nationalist rule. He has taken office nearly 2 months after a national election that was won by a coalition of parties ranging from left-wing to moderate conservative. Tusk is the former president of the European Council, and his return to power is seen as a step forward for Polish democracy. He has vowed to restore the country's position in the EU and is a strong backer of Ukraine. Right, let's go straight to our correspondent Monika Sieradzka, who is reporting from Warsaw for us. Monika, what are Donald Tusk's main priorities in government?
Well, as you said, Tusk wants to bring back Poland on the more pro-European path again. He wants to restore good relations with the EU after many infringements of the rule of law during the last 8 years of the ruling by the ruling Law and Justice Party. So he has to roll back many reforms within the judicial system in Poland, like removing thousands of illegally nominated judges. It's a lot of work, of course. And then he pointed out the support for Ukraine, which is very important for him. The attack on Ukraine is an attack on us all, he said, and he wants to mobilize the Western country for more support for this country. He said that he's worried about a kind of fatigue which he sees among Western countries.
Tusk also said that Poland will take a leading role in the European Union. How will he do that?
Yes, the support for Ukraine is one area where he wants Poland to play a leading role, because Poland is already now a hotspot for military and humanitarian transports to Ukraine. But he sees Poland as more cooperative with other European countries in this area. And another area is migration policy. Poland has a long border, eastern border, which is also NATO and EU eastern border. So he promises a better protection of the border and better protection. And also Poland is also affected by huge migration from the east, yes.
Separately, Monika, a far-right Polish lawmaker used a fire extinguisher to put out Hanukkah candles in the country's parliament on Tuesday ahead of the vote in parliament to approve Tusk as a prime minister. What more can you tell us about this incident?
It was outrageous and scandalous incident, and he is now suspended from this right-wing lawmaker from the parliamentary group Confederation. Is now removed suspended from the parliamentary session temporarily, but the prosecutor is already investigating in his case. So probably he will be in the court, and probably he will be punished for this. This is, of course, very sad, but hopefully it was just one incident. But the fact is that the Polish society is a very polarized society right now, and the right-wing movement has been growing strongly during the last years of the Law and Justice Party ruling in Poland.
We'll leave it there for the time being. Thanks so much for joining us today. DW correspondent Monika Sieradzka in Warsaw.
My next guest now is Justyna Zajak. She is a Polish political analyst, and she joins me now from Bloomington, Indiana. It's good to have you with us tonight from the great state of Indiana. Tusk is a known commodity in Europe as well as in Poland. I mean, there is this temptation to expect that Tusk will be able to undo the past 8 years and simply move forward. In other words, put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Is this expecting too much from him?
Good evening, and thank you for invitation. No, I don't think it's too much to expect from him. Donald Tusk, it's not only that he pledged to go back to the European Union and to bring Poland again as one of the leader of the European Union. So it's not only words, but Tusk has been known for really contributing to the European integration for many years. Mm-hmm. As you mentioned in your clip, Tusk was the president of the European Council. He was also the president of the European People's Party in the European Parliament. Mm-hmm. So this is what he has been doing for several years. He really proved that he is the pro-European Union leader. And this is the second time that Donald Tusk will be the prime minister. And during his first term as the prime minister, it was between 2007 and 2014. Poland was very much appreciated as the member of the European Union. Poland was very active and submitted several initiatives in the European Union to strengthen the European integration. So in a nutshell, I would say this what Donald Tusk is promising he has been already doing for several years.
What does he represent now that he is prime minister again? Does this mean that questions about Poland perhaps not being a liberal democracy anymore, can those questions, can they simply be dispelled and removed? And end of story, let's move forward?
Hope so. There will be quite a lot of things to do in order to restore this so-called reform that has been done by the Law and Justice. So there needs to be the legal acts that has to be approved by the parliament, but considering that now the coalition parties they've got the majority in the parliament, I think it can be done. The obstacles is, and this can be one of the difficult issue that still, the president of Poland is Andrzej Duda, who is affiliated with the Law and Justice, and he's got the instruments also to block some legal acts that can be approved by the parliament. But the presidential election in Poland will take place next year, 2024. So hopefully, there will also be the president who will have a more liberal approach.
But let me ask you about that. Like you said, Duda is there. He's the president. There are still mechanisms in place that could block what Mr. Tusk would like to do with his government. How realistic is it then that his ambitions, they could be hampered and limited to a significant degree moving forward?
No, some acts can be for sure approved even without the parliament, can be just implemented by the governmental act. So this can be done. So I wouldn't say that it's not possible. Yeah, it's definitely possible to change some of those acts that has been implemented. But again, I would say there are still some challenges considering that Law and Justice received, the quite large number of votes in the election. They got more than 30%, and they've got a huge representation in the parliament and also with the president. But definitely what we can expect is the different style of the government and approach to the partners. And I would say, the Donald Tusk and the ministers, because he also mentioned the names of the ministers of his new government. They all pay attention, to the dialogue, to cooperation with the partners, to the compromise, and they know that Poland, as today Tusk said, the stronger the European community is, the stronger Poland is.
Let me just ask you really quickly, there's been this narrative that right-wing parties are on the rise in Europe. Is Poland an example to buck that trend?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes. So there is the far-right party in Poland, but didn't rise any new votes. The Confederation, that is far-right populist party, they got more or less the same votes that they had the last time. So I would say yes, Poland is the example that the trend can be reversed.
Okay. Justyna Zajíc, talking to us tonight from Bloomington, Indiana. We appreciate your time and your excellent analysis. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.